Okay, so we are going to start in kneeling. So if you're in kneeling and you want to place like a blanket between your thighs and your calves, then do feel free to do so. We won't be here for too long. Just find a comfortable kneeling position and then take a few breaths to settle yourself into the space. So close the eyes. Maybe a little bit of fidgeting involved in these first few moments. Maybe a bit of swaying. Gently finding your way to a sense of stillness. And then bring your attention to your breath. Notice where your breath is rising and falling in the body. Notice where you can feel it. And tune in with the quality of your breath. Whether it's fast or slow, deep or shallow. Whether it's jagged or smooth, knowing that every day might show up differently without any judgment, just noticing. How is your breath showing up in this moment? And then take your attention to your mind. Just check in with the quality of your mind, and again with no judgment at all, just notice, is it busy? Is it calm? How are your thoughts? Are they positive? Are they negative? Just checking in with yourself. And then start to lengthen your breath. So draw longer lengths of oxygen in through the nose, expanding the belly, lengthening the spine with the inhale and exhaling to release and settle. And breathe with your own rhythm, incrementally building that breath up without any sense of strain. Just allow those breaths to roll in, energizing your system, and roll out to relax and soothe. Three more deep breaths here. And then with your next inhale, take the hands beside the body, and either with the eyes still closed or with the soft gaze, we're going to rise up to high knee. So bring the hips off the calves and sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale the hands down through your heart center. Hold here, draw the belly button in towards the spine and tuck the tailbone towards the heels. And then from here, we're just going to lean back. So body in one line, and only lean as far as your body can still hold yourself up, and then come back up to straight. And then lean back. We're going to do this 2 more times. Nice. Come back up to straight. Think lengthen the spine, lean backwards. And then coming up. Inhale, reach the arms up around the body. Exhale the hands down and sit the hips back down over the calves. Take a breath here. Invitation to come to something that you're grateful for today. Maybe it's someone in your life, maybe it's a personal trait or characteristic of your own, maybe it's an experience, nature, the weather, holiday, anything that resonates right now. And then with an inhale, sweep the arms up around the body, bring the palms to touch, bring the hips up off the calves. And with an exhale, take the hands down to the floor, come into all fours. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to drop the belly button and open the heart space. Exhale round the spine, tuck the tailbone under and the chin to the chest. Inhale to open into our cow. Exhale, cat pose. Rolling through these two positions again with your own breath. Articulating through the spine. Warming up the muscles in our abdomens. Two more here. Next time you come down through cat, we're going to sit the hips back onto the heels, sweep the arms up around the body, come into a high knee position. Exhale, sweep the hands down through our heart center, sit back down. Inhale, sweep up, gather energy. Exhale, lower to kneeling. Inhale, lift. Exhale, one more time. Come down through your kneeling position. And then inhale, sweep the arms up around the body. And exhale, take the left hand to the right knee and the right hand beside. If your fingers don't touch the floor, you can use a block. And think of your hand and your arm as a second spine. Gaze gently over the right shoulder. And then sweep the arms back up through center and take it to the other side. So right hand to left knee. Lovely. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Great. Come back through center, raise the arms up. Then take the right hand down and behind you to the floor. And with an inhale, lift the hips up off the heels only so far as feels comfortable. So it might be a really little lift, or maybe you're pushing the hips forwards. See what feels good for you. Then sit the hips back down, left hand to the floor behind, and lift the hips up. Great. Gently peel back, bring the hands to both of them behind the hips. Press the fingers into the floor and lift both hips up. Press the hips forwards. Lovely. And then sit back down. Bring the hands in front, come back into all fours position. And this time, invitation to take a wild cat. So either barrel rolling the ribs or moving around the wrists and the knees. Or your wild this evening might be in child's pose. That might be what is serving you today. It might be the thing that really your body needs intuitively. So move if you're moving with your breath. Invitation to close the eyes. Identify any areas of tension and just allow movement and the breath to go there. Lovely. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly find your way back into child's pose. So sit the hips down over the calves and lengthen the arms out, forehead to the floor. Deep breaths into the muscles around the spine. Soften the body. Gentle bend in your elbows. With the next inhale, peel forwards. Bring the forearms to the floor and drop the hips for Sphinx Pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, lengthen the arms along the mat, the forearms. Gently press the pelvis into your yoga mat and roll the shoulders down your back. Little tuck of the chin to keep the cervical spine long. Deep breaths. Fix your gaze. And then gaze over the right shoulder for your right pinky toe. And then bring the head back through center and look over the left shoulder. Bring the head back through center. If it's there for you, lift the elbows up off the mat. If not, staying for 2 more breaths in Sphinx Pose. And then when you're ready, bring the hands under the shoulders, come up into all fours. And we're going to inhale, raise the right arm up, open the side body, maybe take a twizzle of the wrists to release through the wrist joint, and then sweep the right arm underneath the left and bring the head and shoulder down to the floor. Deep breath here. And then press the left hand into the mat to unravel. Open that right arm up and then place it down next to the left. Take a breath. And with your next inhale, raise the left arm up. A nice big stretch. Twizzle the wrists. One direction then the other. And then with an exhale, sweep the left arm underneath the right. And if you want to accentuate the twist, then you can press your fingertips into the floor, or maybe take your hand to your sacrum or opposite thigh. Great. Press the right hand into the floor to unravel. Open the left arm up to the sky. And then bring the left hand back next to the right. Take a cat-cow or a wild cat, your choice. Nice, and then come back into your all fours position, tabletop. Gaze over the left shoulder for the left hip. Stretch through the right side, the waist, the hips, into the ribs. And then look back through center and gaze over the right shoulder, so just over the other shoulder. See if you can keep the pelvis level. Lovely. Sit the hips down and back into child's pose. 2 deep breaths here. With your next inhale, plant the hands, peel the body forwards, tuck the toes and push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. With an inhale, come onto the toes, drop the knees and then sit the hips back over the calves, child's pose. Inhale, peel forwards, tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, child's pose. So again, just working through these 2 positions with your own breath, and maybe the eyes are closed to really feel your body. Responding to the movement and working with your breath to really link that movement with breath. One more here. Next time you come into downward facing dog, take a few breaths to bend one knee, then the other. Maybe scoot the hips side to side. Whatever feels good. Maybe stillness feels good this evening. Tune in with what you need to get from the practice today. Great. And find your way into a sense of stillness. Knees can be bent, heels can be off the floor. Emphasis on length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So shooting that tailbone up towards the sky. And then take the right hand across the body to the opposite calf or ankle and gaze out under that left shoulder. Nice. Take the right hand back to the mat and swap. So left hand crosses the body, gaze under the right shoulder. Take the hand back to the mat. With an inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Point the toes down towards the floor to stretch through the standing leg. And then bend your top knee and take a circle in one direction with that right leg. And then circle in the other direction too. And then lift the right leg up and back. And with an exhale, sweep the foot through the hands, drop the back knee and tuck the toe. Inhale to lift into Crescent Lunge. So right knee over the right ankle, lovely. Little squeeze between the front foot and the back knee to find that engagement through the legs and length through the spine. Soften the shoulders. Then bring the hands to the floor and walk the hands backwards, lengthen the front leg. Great, walk forwards, inhale, knee bent. Exhale, lengthen the front leg. Inhale, bend the knee, drop that left hip. Exhale, toes point up to the sky. Nice, come back into your bent knee position. Keep the left hand planted under the left shoulder and lift the right arm up to the sky. Gaze up towards the fingertips if it's comfortable on the spine. And then bring your hand back down to the mat, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee and step back into plank position. So in plank, knees up or down, your choice. Again, make it about you and what you need from the practice today. Different every day. So lengthen the crown of the head from the heels and zip the body up through the legs and the abdomen. With an exhale, drop the knees, hug the elbows close into the ribs, bring the chin and chest low. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here in down dog. Maybe inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a big sigh to release through the mouth. And then with your next inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Keep the toes pointing down. Take a breath to stretch the standing leg. And then bend the knee and take a circle with the left knee in one direction and then in the other direction too. Great. Level the hips back off and then take the left foot through the hands, drop the back knee, inhale, rise up, Crescent Lunge. Awesome. Tuck the floating ribs in, lengthen the tailbone. Give the jaw a little wiggle. Soften the fingers. And then bring your hands down to the floor. And with an exhale, walk the hands backwards and lengthen the left leg. Toes point high to the sky. Inhale, walk forwards. Drop the back hip. Exhale. Lengthen. Lovely. Inhale forwards. Exhale. Lengthen. One more. And then next time you come forwards, keep the right hand planted under the right shoulder and lift the left arm up. Think the length from the crown of your head to your heel. Fab. Bring that left hand down to the floor. This time lift the back knee, tuck the toe and step the back leg forwards. Bend the knees deeply and cascade the upper body down over the lower body for Uttanasana. Forward fold. Give the head a good nod. Give it a gentle shake. Again, take an inhale fully. And exhale with a sigh to release. And then with your next inhale, engage your core and your thighs and sweep up to standing, flat back. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale the hands through your heart center, Jali Mudra. And then release the palms. Take a breath here to feel into your body. Feel the feet grounding down into the earth beneath you. Feel any sensations in your skin, maybe building of energy, a heat, a fizzing, a pulsing, or maybe nothing at all. Check in with your breath, check in with your pulse. And then with an inhale, sweep the arms up around the body, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back, extend the spine. Exhale, right foot steps back, drop the back knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, lift, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, step back, plank position. Knees up or down. And then come down, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga, your choice. Inhale into low cobra or high cobra if there's no discomfort on your lumbar spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot through, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the back foot forwards into a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep up to standing. Exhale, the hands to your heart center. Release the palms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back extension. Exhale, left foot steps back. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, lift, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, step back, plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into low cobra, high cobra, or up dog if you want to work with up dog. Exhale, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up to standing, palms touch above the head. Exhale the hands through Anjali Mudra. Release the palms and then give everything a good shake out. So shake the legs, shake the hands, shake the hips, shake your chest, shake your head. Flick away any energy, release any unwanted energy, any stuck energy, let it go. And then come back to your Tadasana. So feel your body. Feel your body in space, inhabiting space. With an inhale, sweep the arms up around the body. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back, but keep your knee off the mat this time. Inhale into high lunge. Scissor the hips. Lovely. And then lean forwards. So bring the crown of your head in a diagonal line to your heel. Bring the hands to touch at your heart center. And then sweep the right arm across to the left thigh. for a twist. Fabulous. Press the hands in towards each other. And then we'll step the back foot forwards to come into chair pose. Nice, twisted chair. Lovely. And then lift that right foot and step it back into high lunge. Yes. Amazing. Come back through center, lift up, high lunge. And then turn your back heel 90 degrees for warrior two. So yeah, left foot forward, right foot sideways. Sink into the legs as you lift through the upper body, this upward lift through grounded foundation. Gaze over your front middle finger. Flip the front palm. Take the back hand down the back of the leg. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, float back up through center. And then take the forearm to the thigh and extend your warrior. If you want to take the left hand down to the floor, go ahead, or to a block or anything. Float back up through warrior two, and then lengthen that front leg. Little micro bend in the knees. Inch the body forwards until you meet that sticking point, and then bring the arms into a vertical position. Great. Gaze up at the fingers or down at your left foot. With your next inhale, float back up, bend the front knee, and then windmill the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank, and come down to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in downward dog. If you'd like to take child's pose here, then go right ahead, drop the knees, and we'll take 3 breaths. Maybe inhale and exhale with a sigh through the mouth. And then if you're in child's pose, making your way back to downward facing dog, and with your next breath, raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, take the foot through the hands. Inhale, lift into high lunge. So scissor the hips, right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen the tailbone. If the back knee's bent, that's totally fine. All our anatomies are different. Just think shooting energy through the outside of the back foot. And then lean forwards, use that core, keep the tummy off the front thigh. Bring the hands to touch at heart center. And then take the left elbow across to the right thigh. Press the hands in towards each other. Think of the twist coming from your belly button. Lovely. Then gaze down at your front foot and step the back foot forwards. Twisted chair. Brilliant. Then lift that left foot and step it back. Yes. Amazing. Extra points for doing it on carpet. Inhale, sweep up, high lunge. And then exhale, take the back foot at 90 degrees for warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Feel your energy, your warrior energy. Then flip the front palm and take the back hand down the back of the leg, reverse. Inhale, sweep up, forearm to thigh. Extend the left arm up over the left ear if it's comfortable on the shoulder. Nice, yeah. If you want to place the hand in front of your right foot, then go ahead. Next, inhale, float back up. Warrior two, and then lengthen the front leg inch the body forwards and fold into a vertical position for Uttanasana. If the arms feel tired or the shoulders, you can bring your top hand to your hip. No probs. Next inhale, rise up, bend the front knee, windmill the hands to the mat and step the back foot forwards into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Inhale, sweep up to standing, palms touch above the head. Exhale the hands through your heart center. Release your palms, take the feet about mat distance apart. And we're going to sway, looking over one shoulder then the other, and maybe lifting the opposite heel as you move. Feel the air against your skin and just let your arms do what they need to do. Let them flop. Nice, and then slowly bring it back into Tadasana. Lift through the arches, lengthen the tailbone, draw the belly gently in towards the spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back, high lunge on the other side. Inhale, lift. Nice. Lean forwards into arrow. Bring the hands to your heart center and then take the left elbow across the right thigh. Press the hands together. And then gazing down at your front foot, step the back foot forwards, bring the toes together if they'll go. And then we're going to keep the knees bent and come up into chair pose, Katasana. So keep the weight back in the heels, look down at your knees to see your toes in front of them. Lengthen the tailbone. And then bring the hands back to your heart space. Left elbow across the right thigh, press the palms together. And step the left foot back. Then rise up, high lunge. Turn the back heel for warrior two. If you need to adjust your stance at all, then do go ahead. Energize in your warrior two. And then flip your front palm and take the back hand down the back of the leg, reverse. Float forwards, find your extended warrior, and option here to take a bind if binds are in your practice and you want to have a play with it. If not, take any variation that we've played with so far. Great, float back up through warrior two, lengthen the front leg. Extend the body, fold into Uttanasana. Think of your body between two panes of glass. And then float back up. Bend the front knee, windmill the hands to the mat, step back, plank position. Deep breath, knees up or down. And then come down, knees to chin or chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take 3 deep breaths here. With an inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Exhale, take the left foot through the hands. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. And then lean forwards into your arrow position. Use the core, use the front thigh. Bring the hands through your heart space. And then take the elbow to the opposite thigh. Twisted lunge. Keep that energy shooting out through the back leg. nice and engaged. And then step the back foot forwards. Great. Come up through chair pose. And then bring the hands down through your heart space and bring the right elbow again across to the left thigh. And step the right foot back. Awesome. Reach the arms up. High lunge. And then take the back foot sideways for warrior two. Flip the front palm and take the back hand down the back of the leg. Float back up through warrior two, forearm to thigh, or hand in front of the left foot, or take a bind. And then float back up through your warrior two, lengthen the front leg, inch forwards, and then fold the arms into a vertical position. Feel a line of energy between the palms. Think length through the underside. And then rise up, bend the front knee, windmill the hands to the mat, step back, plank position, and then lower all the way down to the mat this time, coming all the way, bringing your tummy to the floor. Forehead can rest against the mat or a cushion. Take the hands behind you, so beside your hips, and then interlace the fingers behind the back. And with an inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the fists and lift the chest. So using your core muscles, thinking about the fists drawing towards the heels, and then lower back down, take a breath. You can rest the head against your hands. And we'll take that one more time. So forehead to the mat, hands beside the hips. Then lift them up, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together. And remember to breathe. And then peel down, hands under the shoulders, scoot up through the knees and come to kneeling. I'm going to sweep the arms up, bring the palms to touch above the head, and exhale them down through the heart center. Come back to the thing that you're grateful for. Give thanks. And then bring the hands to the lap and just feel your body for a moment. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Soften your shoulders, release the jaw. Nice, then fold. So your choice whether to keep the knees together or to open the knees out to the edge of the mat and keep the toes together. We're going to come into child's pose. So we'll be here for a few minutes. If you want to use props like a bolster in between the legs or maybe a cushion between the thighs and the calves, maybe have a pillow out in front, or just fold down over the mat. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. And take a few breaths to settle your way into the position. So maybe at the beginning of the pose, some micro adjustments, some shuffling or fidgeting to find that comfortable space where you can really let go for a few minutes. The lovely thing about yin postures is we have time to do that. We have time to explore the posture so that we can get the most out of it. And when you're done wiggling your way in, see if you can sink into a sense of stillness. And let the body be relaxed and carried by the earth beneath you. Let the muscles sink towards the mat. The bones be heavy in their sockets. Keep the breath long and smooth. Take 5 more deep breaths here. And then slowly start to emerge mindfully, carefully, bringing the hips up off the calves and lifting the shoulders over the wrists. If the legs need a little flush, then do pick the legs up and give them a shake out. Feel the energy moving through them, the blood. And then come into all fours. And we're going to thread the needle. So with an inhale, lift your left arm up and exhale, sweep it underneath. So again, for this posture, do pad your body. So if you want a blanket under the head for support, That can be really nice. And you can also place a bolster or blanket between the seat and the calves to support the body. Also, invitation to just really relax this right arm. And if it feels too intense, then you can sit the hips back towards the heels. Or if you want it a little deeper, then bring the hips directly above the knees. Again, find those micro adjustments until you find that sweet spot. And then surrender to the position. Notice where you feel the breath, whether you feel it in your belly or in the ribs. Maybe feeling it even deeper down into the hips and pelvis. Notice as the rest of the body responds to the movement of the breath, this subtle, ever-flowing rhythm. You may find a discomfort in some yin postures. Because yin's not actually supposed to be necessarily comfortable. And spending a long time in a posture can be more challenging than dynamic movement, because we're forced to be still and to sit with discomfort. And often the mind will really try and distract our bodies from the position, move out of it. And just see if you can sit with it. Take 5 more deep breaths here. Then prepare to emerge from the posture, so really gently coming out. Maybe sitting the hips back into child's pose for a breath. And then rolling forwards into all fours when you're ready. If you want to pad the knees out with a blanket, that's also quite nice. And we'll raise the left arm and then the right arm, sweep it under the left. So the other arm, other side. Make yourself as comfortable as you can. And then take a scan of the body And see if there's anywhere that you're holding on that you could let go. Obviously, there's an element of holding on through these postures in certain areas to withhold the posture. But still, it's a nice exploration to scan the body and see if any muscles are unnecessarily holding on, and whether if we take the breath there and our attention, we can invite that muscle to let go. And you might find that that then spurs off the next muscle to hold on. And then take a breath and let that muscle go. This gentle, mindful journey through the body. Take 5 more deep breaths here. And then slowly rise up. Maybe take a cat-cow or anything that intuitively feels releasing. Notice any sensations in the body. And then we're going to step the right foot to the outside edge of the left hand. And again, really do pad the back knee out if there's any discomfort there. And you can place a block or a bolster underneath your head or in front of you. We're not going to be here for so long. Just take a moment to sink into the hips. If you're on your hands, then stack the wrists directly under the shoulders and keep a little micro bend in the elbows. You can let the head hang or hold it up, your choice. Or if there's space for you to come down to the forearms, then that's also an option. Ensure that the right knee isn't twisting. So if you feel any tugging or sensation in that right knee, I encourage you to flex the toes and also keep the knee directly in line with about the second toe, so there's no twisting occurring. So turn the right foot out slightly to avoid any twisting. Deep breaths into any uncomfortable sensations. Keep the breaths rolling through long and smooth. Let them guide you deeper into these postures. Five more deep breaths here. And very slowly emerge. Sit the hips back, bend your back knee to come out. And then again, maybe it feels good to take circles with the legs. Release any stuck tension. And then take it to the other side. So lift the left foot forwards. Cushion your back leg. And whichever variation feels good on this side, maybe noticing any differences from left to right. Again, take that scan of the body. Find your modification on this side. It's really lovely to move with your body with an air of compassion. So always gently, softly, smoothly, compassionately, and with purpose. Moving, adjusting, and just settling into that place that really works for you. Maybe that involves some discomfort. The only thing I would avoid is the sharp shooting pains or tugging on the knee joint. Any kind of dull, thick, muscular feelings. Let your breath invite you to sink and relax the muscles and soften into the posture. Five more deep breaths here. And then slowly emerge, bend that back knee, sweep the left knee back next to the right. Sit the hips down and back into child's pose for a couple of breaths. Focus on the mat, representing the earth beneath you, this grounding energy. Feeling supported. And then slowly rise up. We're going to bring the legs out in front. And then if you have a wall or a sofa or anything close, we're going to come into an inversion. Legs up the wall is really nice. If you don't have a wall, you can take waterfall. So lift the feet above the hips and the knees can be bent. But if you do have a piece of wall, then that's really, really the most comfortable and relaxing posture. And you can bring your hips right up close to the side and then sweep the legs up the wall so that your glutes are touching. See if you can have your glutes touching or as close to touching as they can be. So now we get to flush out all that energy that we've been working with in the legs. Invitation to have the hands beside the body with the palms facing up, or one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. See which feels most intuitive right now. Which feels most nurturing. And again, take that scan through the body. See if you can release and let go in any muscle, joint, or area of tension. And with that physical letting go, know that we hold a lot of emotional baggage in the body, in our muscles, in our fascia, ligaments, tendons. So with that sense of release through the physical body, we also release through the energetic body. Release stress. Start to really relax. Really surrender to the present moment. If you're here at the wall and you have space, you can let the legs open and widen along the wall. See how that feels. Let the feet be heavy. Give the jaw a wiggle. Relax the muscles in the face. Allow any stress or strain to melt away, fizzle away into the air. And then to come out of this posture, well, you're welcome to stay here for Shavasana. If you're really happy here and this feels like heavenly, you can take your Shavasana in this posture, either with the legs together or wide, whatever. Or if you want to come out, then just come out really slowly, slide the hips down, bring the legs to the side of you, and find your way into Shavasana. Keep the breath nice and long for these last few movements. If you want to place a bolster or cushion under the knees to relieve the lower back, that can be really nice. And grab any blankets or warm things. And then in your chosen Shavasana position, release any sense of control. Let your breath return to its natural state. Let your muscles be completely relaxed. Allow your body to be carried for these last few minutes of practice. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just here in your body, in the moment. Integrating everything you've done during practice today. Body, mind, and spirit. I'm going to use a poem for the last few moments of practice before we close. It's by Mastin Kip. So just let the words wash over you as you lie there and breathe. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale fully. Inhale again, nice big breath. Exhale to release. And start to bring some gentle movements back into your body, your extremities. Maybe stretching from head to toe or hugging the knees into the chest. Rocking the head from side to side, anything that feels good. And then rolling over to either side and taking a breath or two in the fetal position, this transitionary posture between your yoga on the mat and the rest of your day. And then maybe with the eyes closed or a soft gaze, find your way up to seated. And we'll meet with the hands together at heart center, lifting lightly through the crown of the head, soften the shoulders. We'll inhale together through the nose and exhale with a big sigh through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose, exhale with an audible sigh. And then bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you.